Why does letting go feel so hard? Letting go is synonymous to closing a door, and closing the door on a relationship or the past or a dream that you thought was going to happen, but maybe you've decided you just want to let go. It energetically doesn't feel good because you are basically committing. You're saying, I'm committed to not doing that anymore, or I'm committed to not being that person anymore, or I'm committed to living my life without this. And in terms of organizing, this is not about being a masterful organizer of our stuff, but really being a masterful declutterer and being free of our things. It is so important to free ourselves from all that holds us down. That's even in the Bible, Hebrews 12:1, if you want to look up that verse. It's one of my favorites, by the way. But when we start to strip off that weight, we feel better. But before we do that, we have to decide and we have to make the choice to let it go. And letting go is a commitment. It's a commitment to doing it differently. And there's risk involved with that commitment and with letting go. And that is one of the reasons why it's probably the ultimate task that keeps us from getting organized. The decision is very simple. Yes or no, do I want this? But it's the act of deciding, it's the choice that is so hard. So if you are decluttering, if you are wanting to feel free of your things this year, this month, this day, and you're really having a hard time letting go, first thing I want to say to you is it is okay, and that is really common. So know that that is just normal. And to really look at the fear, name it. What am I afraid of? What is the fear of letting go holding me back from? And let's use the example of something really easy, like golf clubs or tennis rackets. So if you're in a garage and you haven't picked up golf clubs or you haven't picked up the tennis racket in 3 or 4 years, you know that it's okay to let it go. You really don't need it, and it's not a possession that you're going to really miss. But the decision to let that go is going to cause some internal tension, and the tension is going to say, but if you let that go, then that means you're not going to pick up golf anymore. And so that's the hard part. Does it mean that I'm letting go of the person that I used to be, or maybe even a person that you want to be but you just aren't? And it's okay to let something go, and knowing with full freedom that you're either going to expand that space, you're going to be a better person for letting it go, or if you are meant to play golf or tennis again, that those things will come back to you when the time is right. It's not about being wasteful. There's this little double-edged sword of, well, if I let that go and then I want to buy it again, then I feel very wasteful. Yes, but also holding on to it is irresponsible. So letting go and close the door. But within that space, know that there's so much freedom. There's so much on the other side of that door that is going to contribute to happiness, because more stuff, more reasons, and more excuses are not contributing to our happiness, much to our dismay.